Welcome to my channel, everybody. This is NSLXOMOTO. This is gonna be my first stunt lot sesh. I finally found a little area, that is secluded, little lot. It's nothing crazy. I could use a bigger lot, but it'll do for now. But stunting's always been one of those things I've always thought is like just mad cool. The power behind a motorcycle, and obviously how dangerous a motorcycle is just in general. And then you start stunting and doing tricks, and it never ends with just wheelies, and that's one thing like I never really understood until like I actually got into the biker world and fully embraced it. It's just understanding that there's several different types of bikes, different types of stereotypes within the biker community, different cliques, different groups. Coming from a cruiser and now a sports bike, I can kind of understand a little bit, because now it's like I kind of see things a little bit differently now that I see both sides of the world and the spectrum. But we all ride two wheels at the end of the day, so no judgment on either side. I love bikes in general. I love motorcycles. It's just my thing, period.
I'm doing it in first gear, which they say don't do because it's super violent, which it is, but it's a lot easier for me to get it up that way though.
But as you can see throughout this video, I'm trying to find the right RPMs, the right PSI. I know I should probably drop my PSI to 15. I think I dropped it to like 30 something, probably like 38 or something. I don't know. I know I didn't drop it like crazy low, so I know traction was a little bit of a factor. I'm running a 54 tooth sprocket on the rear, and I'm only running one rear brake at the moment. I have two rear brakes, but my brake pad clip, because the bolt had came undone, came off on the highway. So I have a pack of brakes that I need to put back on the bike and order some new clips. But aside from that, as you can see, I'm rocking it out. I wasn't trying to pull at 12 o'clock or anything crazy. Coming from my accident the week prior, I'm not gonna lie, like mentally, like I'm still kind of working through that. Every day is a little bit better. Seat time's everything. I think the hardest part was just getting back on the bike in general, and that's what a lot of people told me. Because when I first started riding, like after my accident, I had a ton of anxiety, like towards riding, and like just, I don't know, I kind of felt like I had to take the back seat on that for a little bit and just kind of like get my mind right, get my head together, and just try to figure things out.
Okay.
So just keep yourself vigilant. Cops have the whole area shut down. No problem, Doctor.
Appreciate it. Take it easy.
Hey, have fun with those wheelies, dog.
I'm practicing.
Hey, what do you got?
ZXR6.
ZXR6.
2003 636.
Shout out to the TikTok biker community. You guys are the best. You guys talked me through a lot and helped me, realize that the hard part's over, and the best thing I can do is just to continue to ride. I think the longer you wait to get back on a bike after an accident, the longer it's going to take for you to mentally and everything recover, and you might not even ever get back on a bike again. And as a 100% biker, you definitely don't want that. You don't want that, so. But at the end of the day, every day is progress. That's one thing I tell people all the time that I love about motorcycles in general, and especially with stunting. Like, you're constantly evolving, you're constantly learning, you're always achieving something new. So it's just that constant feeling of achievement and just doing something different. That was kind of like when I did MMA. Our coach used to tell us we're like the 1%ers. We're out here doing things that not everybody does, and that we're special, we're unique, we're different. And I definitely feel like that for bikers, and stunters, or anybody who does unique things on in the biker world. I just feel like you're off on your own. We're out here on our own doing our thing, and that's what makes it more special, and that's what makes it more awesome. And the loyalty towards each other, and the brotherhood, and the friends that we get, and just rolling up the street, revving the engine for some kids on the side, that are riding bikes and waving at you and going crazy. And just planting seeds everywhere you go, and knowing that one day those kids might one day get a bike, they might be out there stunting, you never know. And it's been great, it's been real, you know. And I'm about a year and a half in my biker career, and yeah, it's been awesome, you know. I've had a few spicy situations, you know. I recently got into it with a guy in a Tesla, and he threw windshield wiper fluid in my eyes, and you know, and it was just a crazy situation on the highway. So, you know, you gotta stay vigilant, you know, watch that road rage, and you know, just keep your head on a swivel. But yeah, during the stunt lot session, like, there was a active shooter running around, and we had a really bad LPD shooting, and yeah, RIP for the cops that got slept. Yeah, we're gonna leave that one alone. But yeah, anyways, but yeah, you know, I started actually popping the wheel up, started getting it up a little bit, started feeling myself, started feeling a little comfortable. You know, I learned from my first bike that I just ended up totaling, like, confidence, ego, all that stuff, you got to keep it in check. And you know, you definitely got to keep it in check, because that same ego and that same confidence that bike gave you is the same ego and the same confidence that will take you out of this world, you know. So it's like, you know, bikes will humble you for sure, but they're the greatest thing, like one of the greatest things, like, in my life personally. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I'm getting more comfortable, trying different things, and just kind of like testing out the bike, to be honest with you. Like, the bike is so new to me. Like, I'm still learning, you know, where to place my feet, where to sit, how to feel comfortable. And to be honest, like, a lot of people told me, like, back problems were a serious issue when it comes to sport bikes and stuff like that, but I haven't really had any of those issues yet. I have rode it long term. I ride 45 minutes to work, 45 minutes back every day on the highway. So, you know, yesterday I lowered the sprocket size a little bit. I felt like my RPMs were shooting up and my bike was screaming on the highway. But other than that, yeah, everything else is just fully stunted. I'm probably going to get like some kind of in-between sprocket, just so that I can kind of still have like a stunt sprocket, but also, you know, a little bit of OEM on there, you know, too, you know. But as far as sizes go, but yeah, personally, like, I love the bike. It's great. Sitting on the tank, doing little stand-up things here and there, popping little wheelies here and there, and just evolving with the bike. It's great. But you know, I love you guys. Thank you for checking out my videos. It's been a great year. And yeah, I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys enjoy yourselves. I hope you guys are vibing. Check me out on Instagram. Check me out on YouTube. Check me out on TikTok, NSLXOMOTO. And on Instagram, it's NSLXOMOTO636. And yeah, if you guys have any questions, drop me a comment. You can message me, and I'll always message you back. If you want to collaborate, you want to get together, you want to practice stunting, you guys want to go on some rides, whatever, you let me know. But yeah, just enjoy the rest of the video, and yeah, peace.